SD card from 1947.
Woo! Done. Right, Martin, got a bit of a better plan.
It's like he's a comic genius, Martin.
He's a summon. Yes, Dave.
To build this monster, a second generation Dodge Charger like no other, and drive it across America as part of the radical build-off drive-off. I had to take the iconic body off a silly all-electric Charger that did fake wheelies at an arena show that went out of business, and marry that body up with a chassis, roll cage and powertrain from a NASCAR so that I could give this muscle car its much needed rollback. In the last episode, which I hope you saw, if not you're a very bad person and you should go back and watch it, Marbs and I were joined by welding expert Adam Ward. Adam helped me conjure up a practical plan of action to make my crazy idea a reality. But I've since discovered that my buddy Martin isn't so convinced.
Okay, give me a percentage. The probability you think this is going to be on time and on budget.
5%, if that. 5%.
You mean that in a nice way though, don't you?
I mean it in a nice way, but I can't see it happening on time or on budget. I don't even know what the budget is yet, but I can tell we're going to go over it.
We have already stripped out our Charger, well most of the electric components, so now we turn our attention to the Carl Edwards NASCAR at the Hard Up Garage Worldwide headquarters in rain-soaked Fareham, which is near Portsmouth for all you lovely chaps that don't know. In typical Hard Up Garage style, I'm trying to keep costs as low as possible, and the idea is that we find a buyer for the NASCAR body shell. It means taking extra care now to hopefully get a couple of grand from a museum or an American bar or a rich car enthusiast with a large man cave. And Karl, the producer, records me doing everything.
Isn't it amazing that we all assume that NASCARs are bolted together or whatever? Realistically, they're all held together with gaffer tape. Stored. This is really interesting, Carl. The removal of the tape. We are gathered here today on this monumental occasion because Carl loves it when I go into my David Attenborough. A man has spent weeks applying this tape. A man in a small garage to go ahead and remove it as a hasty paste. A hasty pasty. Done. And now, for the finale. Woo! Window! What a pain that was.
So the rear window is the first item removed, then the trunk lid, oh, shall I say boot lid, as we say in the UK, and the disassembly is on. Big time.
There's some weight right there.
On top of that space wagon.
Woo!
Oh, hingy poos.
They're free, go back like that.
So next up, we took off the hood, or the bonnet as we say in the UK.
Oh, we've got these great bits of rope.
Little Allen key.
13 mils. Brilliant!
Isn't it amazing when all your tools are there, just easy to get, for the job at hand?
Woo!
You know that storage at Hard Up Garage is not something we require. We just put stuff on top of stuff on top of stuff. I feel like a very, very clever surgeon. Where do I cut next?
Where are you coming up from?
We're cutting here.
Yeah.
Cutting here. I'm bolting this. Cutting here and here. Trying to take the whole front clam off.
Isn't it ironic that the NASCAR has a duck on it? As the pesky residents in my workshop, those wretched pigeons have christened my latest purchase with poo. Before I can attack the struts holding the body in place, there's items I have to remove from underneath the car. So Martin and I need to get the big boy up in the air.
Yeah, there. These come undone. And there's
What
rivets.
does that hold it to?
That holds to this piece here. Maybe.
It's free of charge anyway.
The front of this NASCAR really intrigued us. I always imagined that this body would come off in sections. It looks like it's coming off as one big piece. We removed the front wheels. Then we used a drill to drill out a few of the spot welds for the front inner wheel wells that were welded in place inside of the body.
It's just a bit of sheet metal. Oh, sorry. I broke it a tiny bit, Sam.
In a previous life, I must have been a master watchmaker or something like that. You can tell by the way I removed the inner wheel arch on my side. What we didn't expect to find were these big, large blocks of styrofoam.
Under the sea! That's the money shot right there. Right?
Don't act like you're not impressed, pal.
Then we removed the rear wheels to attack the rear inner wheel arches in the same way. Very skillful, as you can see.
We all know someone who's been hurt by not wearing goggles, don't we?
Health and safety is our forte. Ah, what is their problems with putting these little bits in there and there?
Right.
Yeah.
Look. Woo! I'm inside, but I'm outside.
Inside the place.
Do you want me to keep going or are you alright?
You can live there.
So Sam, what just happened there?
So basically we're removing the inner panels to try and work out how to remove the body. And we're actually achieving something for once, which is handy, Harry.
Ooh, Harry.
Although the help might not be.
Then there was another surprise.
An SD card from 1947. Can't see if there's anything on it.
From 19 Fish and Chips. Oh, that's the cat flap.
Woo!
For the cat to get in when you go on to bed and that.
Oh, I knew that.
So now the sides of the NASCAR were totally clear of that foam and the inner arches, which I thought deserved a comic interlude.
Go.
Woo!
And now you go on the other side.
Woo!
Done. Right, Martin, got a bit of a better plan.
It's like he's a comic genius, Martin.
Here, Mark.
He's a summon. Yes, Dave.
That's funny.
Now that we could access them, we chopped off the struts on the side of the car. Then we decided to chop along the bottom of the seal, hacking off the join between the body and the bottom of the chassis. I used a reciprocating saw, mainly because I love the motion of that forward and backward movement. It's one of my favourite tools of all time. So Martin got involved on the other side with a grinder. You know what? Carl loves a grinder. He loves all those pretty sparks gluing themselves to his camera lens. Oh well, his loss, not mine. Do you know what? It really took some effort to work our way through every single one of those well-placed rivets.
What landed on my head? What's that?
It was a spanner car. Sam, lift the spanner up there in front of you.
Oh, cheers, Basil.
Free spanner. Please tell me you caught that on camera. Have you ever wondered, apart from this nice strong roll cage, what supports and saves a NASCAR driver?
And I wonder...
This great stuff. Household foam.
Woo! Yo, producer, roll those slow-mo VTs. This is Martin popping off those rivets. Yep, they're in an awkward place and there's no way you can get a drill in there. Look at the amount of dirt that's accumulated over the years, just dancing around as we use our lovely tool, the reciprocating saw.
It's crazy that every drill bit, every rivet I go through is basically taking apart something of American history. But, you know, sometimes you need to take take down a village to start a new one, right? Pretty sure no one's ever said that, but I'm over it. Bored now, Carl?
While Sam is bored, let me tell you this episode is sponsored by another of our key helpers on this NASCharger project, Cobra Bucket Seats. They have a website, cobraseatshop.co.uk. Go and check it out. Please hit that subscribe button. It's free to subscribe and it really helps us out because we need to build up our audience. And remember to follow us on social media so we can tell you when future videos are released. Okay, on with the story.
I estimate there was over 50 small struts and rods supporting this steel body to the chassis and roll cage. Of course, some things were easier to cut off than others. Yeah, really, some things were easier to cut off than others.
Go and see it, Basil. Yeah, go on. You're going to get caught up in a minute. Do not do anything. Go for it.
Check out the concentration in his face. Looks like he's about to have a baby.
So what we've done here is basically thrown 10 grand down the drain. We're cutting off a purposely built, very expensive NASCAR body off the frame to put on the Dodge Charger, but every cut is scaring the hell out of me because there's a lot of money in this and we're basically rendering it useless to anyone that actually wants it. Brilliant.
Ready, Basil?
Goggles, Pat!
I've got them.
I'm going to wear my goggles now.
Shut your eyes, man. Ready?
Martin and I were in uncharted territory.
You alright? If it's too hot, shout.
We were making things up as we went along. And working in close proximity meant that we worked in an unorthodox manner. Yes, that meant putting our lives and eyesight in danger.
That was a bit warm in top.
You got to understand that the bulkhead is one of the most integral parts of the body. This is the one part that keeps all the flames and all the engine nasties out of that cockpit. This bulkhead isn't just riveted, it is glued and welded and masking taped and gaffer taped to the car. It is a right pain in the arse to get in half. Once again, a lovely direction by Sam Hard. Yeah, do it that way. I'm paying you mother. Eventually we made progress with the reciprocating saw. Those extra long blades really got through that bulkhead with ease. I say with ease, it still took like 25 minutes to cut through it. Yep, we're stuck. Oh, here we go. Go on. Oh.
So we believe this little skin here that's made out of fiberglass and steel is the last bit holding this side of the car on. So let's cut it off, eh? We're gonna need another blade, mate. I found the old bit of blade, Pat. Oh, that's this side. Mate, it doesn't like that. Maybe we should do that anymore. We're doing the truffle shuffle.
Snazzy in there, isn't it?
NASCAR style.
So one side of the NASCAR seemed to be completely free. It was time to do the same on the other side. There was a few connection rods left, but the last attachments didn't give up easily. I had to basically chisel this last piece of steel off with a lever bar. Yep, you can tell at Art Up Garage we use professionalism. Then Martin went in with a circular saw, in one of those concentrated efforts. Again, it was the bulkhead area causing us a massive pain in the arse. It was not playing ball. Martin does love a grinder, or maybe he just likes melting Carl Baumann's camera lens. Yeah, £100, £102, £104, £106. Oh well, it's coming out the hard up budget. Move on. Next clip, producer Carl Baumann.
No, I like the shit.
So with all that fun of getting all the back of the car loose, left us with the front. Yep, there's a lot more supports and strength involved than we assumed. Wiggle wiggle, wiggle wiggle. But you know what, with all that hard work, all the pigeons could do in the background was get it on. Maybe me and Martin working together was really getting them in the mood. What are they doing? That's not fornication. That's not even kissing. That's neck cuddling. With our resident MOT tester Pete helping out, we prized away the grill that was the main induction for the air. Finally, we were able to lift this whole body from the frame. I say lift. Yeah, a few more muscles need to be involved here, I think.
This is free.
47 minutes later? Yes, 47 minutes later, mission accomplished.
Ready? Ready? Warning! This idiot is bursting! Right.
Do you know what? 7 hours of grueling work, probably over 100 saw blades, and a good gallon of sweat, blood and tears. We finally felt like we'd made progress. I felt a little bit daunted about the work ahead, but it definitely felt like the plan was progressing. A little while later, after chopping all the stubs and all the struts and the ropes off, I roped in my buddy Austin, Carl the producer and my buddy Martin, and we put the body on the trailer so it can go on to its new life, where it's going to be transformed into a bar. Yes, I said it, this beautiful piece of aerodynamic awesomeness is going to be serving people alcohol for the rest of its life. Way to go. We're all about recycling here and not throwing crap away, but she's off to a new home. See you later, mate. Please, if you like what we're doing, click on the subscribe button. It doesn't cost anything to subscribe and it really helps us build an audience. Please share this episode on social media with your friends and family. While you are there, why not follow us at Hard Up Garage on Twitter, Instagram and Facebook. Remember, by following us on social media, it also allows us to let you know when we've got new videos and new content available. And don't forget to visit hardupgarage.com, where you can get some background on what we do and buy some of our much loved merchandise. Here is a list of all the wonderful sponsors who help me and my guys make this crazy idea a reality. Thank you to each and every one of you lovely people. Hopefully you'll join us again as we work hard to get this project underway. Pun intended, and bye for now. But remember guys, don't eat yellow snow.